Hi, hello friends. Welcome to Yoke's Talk English. Thank you so much for supporting my videos. If anybody new to my channel, please subscribe. And don't forget to give me a like. If you give me a like, this video will reach to many other audience. So I wanted to share some important information today. Lot of students are now getting emails from their embassies wherever they have attended for their visa interview. Apparently, a lot of students are receiving emails from the embassies where you have attended the interview for your student visa. They are sending emails that your visa has been revoked and you have to leave the country ASAP. That means something different to another one, Sevis terminated. So your visa revocation and Sevis termination. There are two different things. So we'll discuss in this video what is Sevis termination and visa revocation. So basically, when you apply F1 student visa, you will go for an interview in the embassy. They will issue the visa. So that visa is to travel and your status is not that visa. Your status is basically your I-20. So your student status is different to the stamp that you have in the passport. So once you landed, you will have to register, in your respected schools, wherever that they will register you in the Sevis. So now, as long as you are in a Sevis, your status is legal, though your visa is revoked. If embassy revoked your visa, you can still legally stay in United States as long as you are in the Sevis website. So if Sevis terminated you means that you are not maintaining a legal status. When that will happen? If your university or your school that they wanted to terminate your status, they will then terminate your Sevis termination. So embassies are sending emails to the students that your visa is revoked. Subsequently, they are sharing this information with their respected colleges or schools or wherever that you are studying, and they are revoking Sevis termination. So that means you will have to leave the United States immediately as soon as your Sevis terminated. So if your visa terminated, you can still entitled to stay in the United States if you are not traveling abroad. If you are traveling abroad, you will then have to go to embassy, attend the interview, get it stamped, and means you have to request your visa again to come back to United States. But whereas the Sevis termination is literally dangerous, now ICE people are targeting students based on their criminal history, based on their previous, if you have any domestic abuse, DUI. Even now today, I heard a news that some students have a parking ticket is also getting these emails that they are terminated and they're sending back to them. So now, ICE, CBP, USCIS, these three departments are working together and finding students having a bad history. Whoever supported the Hamas protests that happened last year or year before, or even if you like the comment, even if you like someone else's comment, is also giving you a trouble now. So you are in a danger. You will have to check your email, proper email that you filled application at the time of your student visa. If you are not using that email anymore, means if they send an email, your visa revocation email to that email ID, but you are not following that email ID, you never know, there may be a surprise ICE in front of your door. So check that particular email ID that you have already given to those application or USCIS or when you registered your Sevis. So make sure you keep an eye on that. However, if your track record is clean, you are not going to have any issues. But if you have any track record bad, like you get a parking ticket or you get a shoplifting crime offense, or like you have a DUI or any car accidents you involved, wherever that you have to give your fingerprints, means that you are in trouble. But the difference between a Sevis termination and visa revocation. So if you get a visa revocation, yes, you better have to approach any attorney and find out that you are receiving these emails. However, if you receive an email that Sevis terminated, means you are not allowed to stay in the United States at all. So you better speak to any particular attorney, and what you have to do, what you can do, I mean, discuss with them. If anybody asking you to leave the country immediately, if you don't want to fight, you better, register in a CBP app, take a self-deportation, go back, and you fight for your visa. Again, you can come back. But if they deport you, they will bar you for 3 years or 5 years, that you cannot apply for a visa and you cannot come back to United States again. That is the problem. Means that is going to stay in your history. Even after 5 years, when you go back, when they deport you, you can apply for a H1B. If you want to come back, that no way that you can come back. Then, because they have the history, you are going to get a visa again. So try and keep yourself clean. If you have any friends that are giving any bad comments on this social media or posting any bad articles on the social media, you better unfriend them and stay away from them, so that you are safe. You better concentrate on the studies. Do not do any part-time jobs. Don't like or involve in any social media activity, so that you are safe in the United States, and you keep an eye on that particular email ID that you have provided at the time of filling your application. Okay friends, if you like this video, please subscribe, like, share to my channel. Thank you.